Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2024, a whole new year, which means a bunch of new movies, a whole lot. And I don't mean just any movies. These movies are special. Now, in 2024, I'd say we have quite a large bunch coming out. Not as many and not as exciting as 2025, which I will get into later on in the year, but still 2024 still has some very exciting and special ones to give. Now, be sure if I do miss any in this list, be sure to let me know in the comment section. Just let me have it. And if I do miss too many, be sure to let me know if you guys want to see a part 2, because I'll be very down to do. And without further ado, let's get straight into the most anticipated movies in 2024. First up on the list, I'm chucking you all straight into the deep waters. We have Deadpool 3, and this is one that I can say, and I can confidently say, I think everyone is extremely excited and hyped about, because not only is this a Deadpool movie, we are also seeing the return of Wolverine in this movie. Deadpool and Wolverine will be collabing in this movie, and this is something that we've all been wanting to see for a while. So Wolverine will join the Merc with a mouth in the third installment of the Deadpool film franchise. The director is Sean Levi. The top cast are Emma Corrin, Ryan Reynolds, Matthew McFadden, Hugh Jackman. Now, a lot of people are quite surprised on the return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, because after his movie Logan in 2017, he said he was completely done with the character Wolverine. But only in recent time, after his return to Deadpool 3, he said he returned. Only reason he returned is because it felt like it was the right thing to do. He felt it in his gut. Now, the only available details I could find are the release date being July 26, 2024. Now, I don't know if this is the initial release date or is this just the predicted release date of the film. Production companies are Marvel Studios, 21 Labs Entertainment, Maximum Effort. Filming locations will be in London of England in the UK. And the movie rating, I am unsure, but I can be sure that it is going to be possibly a MA15 to R18 plus movie. I don't know what that means in America or other places, but here in Australia, MA15, R18 are the adult film. So this is one I can definitely put towards the top of my list, maybe even at number 2, number 1. I'm very excited for this. Let me know if you guys are as well, and let's get into the next movie. Now, for all my animated movie lovers, Universal Pictures brings us Despicable Me 4. Yes, that's right. We are coming back for a 4th movie, as the last ones have done so well, and Minions doing nearly $1 billion in the box office. Wow. And the stars will be Kristen Wiig, Steve Carell, Miranda Cosgrove, and Mike White as the writer. And as of now, there is no current plot for the movie, just the fact that this is going to be the 4th installment of the series. But we do know that the release date will be July 5th, 2024. If this is something you guys are interested in, be sure to let me know in the comment section so I can do further updates on this movie in future videos. Let's get to the next one. Now, next up on this list, I know for a fact people are going to love this one. It's Godzilla times Kong, A New Empire. I know for a fact that half of you or majority of you watching this are very excited for this film. I have heard very, very good things about Godzilla Minus One. I'm yet to watch that film, but I've heard very good things, and it's probably one of the more liked movies of the series of Godzilla. Godzilla Kong, directed by Adam Wingard, starring Dan Stevens, Rebecca Hall, and Brian Tyree Henry. If you guys didn't know that I did react to the trailer in a past video, if you guys would like to go check that out. If not, I will put clips of the trailer up on the screen, as you guys can see now. The storyline follows the new installment in the Monsterverse puts the mighty Kong and the fearsome Godzilla against a colossal deadly threat hidden within our world that threatens the existence of their species and our very own, as well as diving deep into the mysteries of Skull Island and beyond. Delving straight into the origins of Hollow Earth, this film will explore the ancient titled battle that brought man and monster together forever. Now, as you can see in the trailer, you can see that the big bad is King, and obviously very large ape that carries the spine like the whip, and he looks absolutely insane. I'm very impressed with how the creators managed to make him look and pursue on the screen, and that means we are going to be seeing, as you saw in the trailer, Godzilla and King Kong team up together. And in the trailer, you saw that King Kong was sort of gotten an upgrade. I don't know as he gets older if he also upgrades his physical capabilities, but we have seen that he gets some armor, which I'm actually kind of excited to see what he does with it. And not to mention, best for last, Godzilla. has made a full transformation, is now hot pink, and it looks absolutely insane, looks amazing on him. But I'm very excited to see them team up, as in the last film of them together, we got to see them face off against each other, and I thought that was a very cool battle. But I can say I'm quite more excited to see them team up together and see what kind of destruction and chaos they can give Scar King. And yes, returning to A New Empire, we have Brian Tyree Henry, who was in the past film. We also have Rebecca Hall and Dan Stevens. Now, next up on this action-packed, incredible list, we have my favorite and my most anticipated movie, which is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, the Planet of the Apes trilogy is probably one of my favorite trilogies of all time, and each movie I loved even more than the other. But I will have to say, I think Dawn of the Planet of the Apes just took it by that much. Just took it to number one for me. But yes, they are returning with a new trilogy, I'm pretty sure, where this is taking place, I believe, 300 years after the passing of Caesar. There was a lot of speculation that the new ape that was running throughout Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was going to be Caesar's son, but it was soon after that confirmed that this was taking place hundreds of years after. Now, something I love about the Ape series is the cinematic shots, or the cinematic masterclass they always put on every single time. I love the way they portray the apes in the movies. I love how they get smarter and smarter each time, and it's creepy, but it's very interesting and awesome to see it. So the director of this will be Wes Bell, starring Freya Allen, Kevin Durand, and Deacon Lockman. Many years after the reign of Caesar, a young ape goes on a journey that will lead him to question everything he's been taught about the past and make choices that will define a future for apes and humans alike. Now, as you guys saw in the trailer, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I highly recommend it. It looks amazing. Now, as you saw in the trailer, it kind of looks like it's gone total opposites now that the apes are sort of taking control of the entire world, and then the humans are like the apes in the beginning. The apes are sort of treating the humans like animals in that sort of sense. It's sort of swapped roles. We saw that there was I think we saw a possible new big bad in the movie. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I'm gonna have to see a little bit more into it. But if you guys want to see me do more on this movie and updates going forward, I would absolutely love to. But if you guys are saying that you guys would also love to see, let me know in the comment section. So here's a little bit more in depth. So the new Ape movie is set many years after the conclusion of 2017's War for the Planet of the Apes. Many ape societies have grown from when Moses, like Caesar, brought his people to an oasis, while humans have been reduced to a feral-like existence. Some ape groups have never heard of Caesar, while others have contorted his teaching to build burgeoning empires. In the setting, one ape leader begins to enslave other groups to find human technology, while another ape, who watched his clan to be taken, embarks on a journey to find freedom. A young human woman becomes key to the latter's quest, although she has plans of her own. Although there has been changes, as the movie set release was the same as another movie, Mad Max, I believe, and they didn't want to have them overlap each other because that could affect each movie in a negative sense. So I believe they've changed the release date, and I'm not sure when, but I will let you guys know. And Disney Studios and the 20th Century Fox will be the production companies of the film. If you guys want to hear more, as I said, let me know, and I will do the best I can to let you guys know the best updates and information on the movie. Let's go to the next one. Next up on the list is Joker. Joker 2. Now, I don't know whether to be excited or slightly concerned and worried about the film. This Joker 2 is, from what I've heard, is meant to be a musical. Yes, you heard that correct. This is meant to be a musical, and that is why I'm sure you can see where my concern and worries lie. As number one was such an incredible performance done by Joaquin Phoenix. He was an Oscar-winning role for his role as Arthur. I thought was an incredible movie. I love the story, and I love seeing Arthur's transitioning from this sad individual to transitioning into this psycho fictional character, Joker. Now, I'm sure, as you've all heard, Harley Quinn will be making an entrance into this movie, played by no other than Lady Gaga. Yes, which I can understand, as this will be a musical, so if there is going to be singing, I guess you got yourself a good voice. But it's going to be interesting to see what her acting abilities are like. I'm quite interested to see myself, just for a role like this. You want to see the crazy side. You want to see that psychotic mindset come out. So I'm really interested to see how Lady Gaga is going to portray that role. Now, also coming to the role, we also have Zazie Beetz coming in as Sophie Drummond. As in Joaquin Phoenix as Arthur Fleck and Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, we have Zazie Beetz as well coming in as Sophie Drummond, and we have Brendan Gleeson. Now, the plot is still under wraps from now and is still quite unknown, but all we know is it's going to be the sequel for Joker 1, and this is probably a most likely a musical from what I've heard from most news sources. Now, the set release dates are going to be October 4th, 2024. The country of origin will be United States. Film locations in Los Angeles. And the production companies are Braun Studios, Braun Creative, and DC Entertainment. It's updated for more info on Joker 2, the musical. And now, without further ado, let's get straight into the new one. Gladiator 2. Yes, you heard that right. Gladiator, the movie that got released over 20 years ago, I believe 24 years ago, came out in 2000, featuring Joaquin Phoenix, who we just talked about, is releasing a second movie. Now, Gladiator did very well. It is a very highly rated film. And this film, now, what I can tell you about Gladiator is being directed by Riley Scott. The stars contain Pedro Pascal, Paul Mescal, and Denzel Washington, and the writer is David Scarpa. Now, this follows Lucius, the son of Maximus loved Lucilla, after Maximus's death. Now, I can't give you too much. There isn't too much information on this movie, but I can give you the fact that it's being released November 22nd, 2024, so towards the end of the year. The filming location is actually in Morocco, and its production companies will be Paramount Pictures, Scott Free Productions, and Parker's McDonald Image Nation. I can say I'm quite excited for this film. I haven't watched Gladiator in a very long time. Maybe I should watch it again, sort of refresh my memory, and I can do some more videos on the upcoming of Gladiator 2 as more information starts to roll out on the internet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kung Fu Panda 4. Kung Fu Panda is a part of what I would say a perfect trilogy, perfect storylines, and perfect villains. Now we are entering Kung Fu Panda 4. Now, if you guys would like to also go see, I also have reacted to the trailer of Kung Fu Panda 4 on this channel in previous videos. Feel free to go check that out anytime you like. But let's get into some of the information for this movie. Now, from what I can tell you off the top of my head, I know that Po is looking to find a new Dragon Warrior, and I'm pretty sure that he is going to be training that Dragon Warrior. Now, there were also some concern about the Furious 5 not being in this movie, but after a few raised concerns, I'm pretty sure the director and the makers of this movie have confirmed Furious 5 will be in the movie, which is kind of a relief for everyone, I'd assume. After Paul is tapped to become the spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace, he needs to find and train a new Dragon Warrior, while a wicked sorceress plans to resummon all the master villains whom Poe has vanquished to the spirit realm. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds freaking awesome. Like, that sounds awesome. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to see all the villains come back. There was also some concern about Tai Lung in the trailer, as I'm pretty sure Tai Lung is that villain we all want to see the most. That's who we are extremely excited for, to see that return, see that battle, and see where his loyalty is going to lie in the film. But there's a lot of concern in the trailer. We only saw him for a few seconds, but when he got out of the portal, it was a battle between him and obviously the sorcerer, and Tai Lung's spirit was already taken and was taken to the sorcerer, so there's a lot of concern we're not going to see him for very long in the film. But I guess we're going to find out. Not to mention, I'm also really excited to see not only Tai Lung, but Shen and Kai, and maybe possibly even the Wolves and Zhao, etc., etc. Now, the directors of this film will be Mike Mitchell and Stephanie Stein. Now, the top cast for this role will be Jack Black playing as Poe, Awkwafina playing as Zen, and we have Viola Davis playing as the Carmelian, and Dustin Hoffman playing as Shifu once again, and then Ian McShane coming back as Tai Lung. Just had to pop that in there because I know most of you are most excited to see Tai Lung back in action. Next up on this list is one that I actually didn't hear of until only recently, but once I saw the trailer, I was kind of hooked, and I'm kind of excited for this movie. This one is called The Fall Guy, coming out May 3rd of 2024, and it's being filmed in my home Sydney, Australia. Now, this film is featuring some very familiar faces, Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, as well as Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Hannah Weddingham. Colt Severs is a stuntman who left the business a year earlier to focus on both his physical and mental health. He's drafted back into service, and when the star of a mega budget studio movie, which is being directed by his ex, goes missing. And if you guys want to take a look at the trailer, please do it. I highly recommend it. It looks extremely action-packed, and it has quite a, it looks like it has quite a large comedy factor in there as well. Now, if you guys are interested, the production companies are 87 North Entertainment, 360, and Universal Pictures. And as I said, it will be released May 3rd in 2024. Next up is a movie I am very excited to watch, and that is Abigail, featuring Melissa Barrera. Pretty much, after a group of criminals kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, they retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they locked inside with no little girl. Now, from what I've heard, from what I've seen with my own two eyes in the trailer, that little not so normal girl is Dracula's daughter. She is a effing vampire. Now, this is being directed by Matt Olpin and Tyler Gillett, also known as Radio Silence, the director of Ready or Not, Scream 5, and Scream 6, three tremendous, amazing movies that I can say I really enjoyed. And this is starring some stars such as Catherine Newton, Dan Stevens, Melissa Barrera, Kevin Durand, Giancarlo Esposito, Angus Cloud, R.I.P., and Williams Catlett, and of course Alicia Weir playing as Abigail. Now, if you guys are aware of Scream 7 and are aware of what Spyglass Entertainment did to Melissa Barrera, you would understand why I'm so happy and so excited for her to finally have a film, especially being reunited with Radio Silence. It's something that I'm very excited for. Some small details: this movie will be released April 19th, 2024, and the production companies will be Project X. And the production companies are Project X Entertainment, Radio Silence Productions, and Wild Atlantic Pictures. Now, I'm very excited for this movie. I will definitely be keeping you guys updated and giving you guys as much info as I possibly can on the movie upcoming as more info starts coming out into the media. Now, next up is one that I am not 100% sure of what's going on, as I'm not aware of the story plot or the storyline of what the movie's about, but I've seen the cast, I've seen the genre, and it's got me kind of hooked already. This movie is called Mickey 17, and when I tell you the cast, you'll understand. Stephen Ewan, Mark Ruffalo, Robert Pattinson, Naomi Ackie, and Toni Collette are all going to be part of this movie. Now, you guys might know Robert Pattinson from his famous role as Edward Cullen, or from his famous role as Batman. You will know Stephen Ewan, and you might know Stephen Ewan from his role in The Walking Dead as Glenn, or from his A24 series called Beef, which I only recently just finished, and I was very impressed by his acting. And most of you guys here would know Mark Ruffalo from his role in The Avengers as Hulk. Now, Mickey 17 is a adventure drama / sci-fi film. Now, since I don't know nothing much, I can't really give you guys too much intel, but I'm definitely willing to do more videos on this. But I'm just looking at the cast, looking at the very small teaser they gave us, and just the genre, it's kind of got me excited, kind of got me cool. I'm kind of excited what they can give us here. Although I could find a return to speculative sci-fi fantasy for Bong Joon-ho, he went stratospheric with his Oscar-winning psychological satire Parasite, adapted from the novel Mickey 7 by Edward Ashton. This stars Robert Pattinson as an expendable, a disposable crew member on a space mission selected for dangerous tasks because he can be renewed if his body dies, with his memories largely intact. With one regeneration, though, things go very wrong. See, just by reading that, I'm kind of excited. A space mission, he can die and come back, renew his body with his memories. Like, that's awesome. So I'm definitely gonna keep you guys updated. I'm definitely gonna keep myself updated on this movie. And without further ado, let's get into the very last one. Now last up on the most anticipated list 2024, we have A Quiet Place Day 1. This isn't my number one. I didn't have these in any type of order. These are just all just listed for me of what to do next after the other. But A Quiet Place Day 1 is one I can say I am still very excited for. I really enjoyed the last two Quiet Place movies. This one will be directed by Michael Sarnowski, a different director from the last one. And this will be featuring Damon Honsu, Joseph Quinn, Alex Wolff, and Dennis O'Hare. I said in one of my previous videos, there is no current plot for the movie, but I guess we will see how all the survivors sort of survive now that the aliens have sort of invaded the island. What story holds for each character. What I can give you is the release date, which is June 8th, 2024, so not too long away. And this filming locations will be New York City. Production companies are Paramount Pictures, Platinum Dunes, and Sunday Night. But yeah, this is something that I'm very excited for. One of the horror movies that I have up high on my list for 2024. And that does it for my most anticipated movies of 2024. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification button, and I'll see you in the next video. If I missed any movies, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Just like tear into me, let me have it. And if I did miss too many movies, if I missed more than a few, then feel free to ask me to do a part 2, because that's something I'm definitely willing to do. And without further ado, this is JCFlix here in the mix, and I'll catch you all later. Peace and stay blessed, and take care.